love League One volleyball.
Welcome to Week 5 of League One Volleyball and our Saturday doubleheader lineup from the Maverick Center in Salt Lake City. Match 1 features LOVB Madison versus LOVB Atlanta in a neutral site showdown. Atlanta leads the league, riding a 5-match win streak. Madison has persevered through injury and illness. We expect to see a much more assertive and aggressive group from the Badger States. Welcome back once again to your Saturday of volleyball. Kevin Barnett alongside current Notre Dame head coach Salima Rockwell. Salima, every coach on earth for volleyball will tell you we need to win the serve and pass battle to have success. Atlanta's been doing just that.
Well, it is one of their greatest strengths. It's their serving game. They are leading the league in aces at 41, and 3 of the top 6 ace leaders come from the Atlanta team. I mean, this is a team that can get you out of system and serve you absolutely off the court. They're going to use that to their advantage consistently throughout the course of the league.
And undoubtedly, they're going to try and put pressure on super rookie Sarah Franklin.
Well, super rookie has shown that she is not afraid to play with the big girls. She is fourth in the league in kills at 78th, and she's hitting 280. Doesn't matter if they're serving her over and over again. She's got an arm that is live, and she's going to score from wherever she is on the court.
Do not let the records deceive you as we get to our Adidas scouting report.
Scouting report, we just talked about Sarah Franklin. Who else is going to step up on their team? That's the question for Madison. For Atlanta, it is the back-to-back nights. Playing last night, playing today, that is very difficult on these professional athletes. Can they sustain? And of course, ace is wild. We just talked about the serving game of Atlanta and how will they sustain that throughout the course of this match.
Atlanta in action yesterday, as Salima mentioned, playing Salt Lake City, the home side. They dropped 10 aces on them. Right away, it's Franklin, hard angle. Gia Day right there. Both Riberos making plays in this first rally, and they're into the middle. Both teams expecting a dude battle in the middle. Hainline with the kills. Look at our lineup for Atlanta, led by Olympian Lauren Carlini.
Lauren Carlini has been running this show all season. It's so fun to watch her. Just keep an eye on her over the course of this match because she's so much fun to watch.
Ace service on the second play of the game. That is the Atlanta story.
Well, that's what they do well. Robinson serving tough, serve flat, and they want to take chances from the service line, but they're the best at taking the chances and getting the reward from it.
Kelsey Cook, the creator, makes her own space there. Reverse dump. Gia Day is there a second time. And Day in transition. She exploded onto the scene with her first start last night.
So fun to watch. She started off strong with 6 kills right away.
Yeah, she was an excellent addition to this lineup, which looks the same as it did a day ago. Tessa Grubbs, number 17 right there, coming off a 25-point performance, 23 kills, 2 blocks. Bad pass for Madison. They'll have to free ball it over. Cook steps in. Grubbs cleans it up, and that's another point for Atlanta. Hot start for the women in pink once again. And already putting the screws to Madison, 4-0, and head coach Matt Furbringer has called an early timeout. So we are only just underway here in Salt Lake City in our first of 2 matches. Later on, we'll have LOVB Omaha facing off with the home side, LOVB Salt Lake City. Thanks for being with us. We'll be right back to this first set.
Hey, do you need a hand? Yeah. How many you got left? 2. Okay.
Up. Okay, that's it. You said 2 more. You can do it. Come on. Yes. So close. So close. Oh, nice. Whew. Thank you.
Well done. I barely touched that.
Nice to meet you, though.
League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by Love Classic. Tickets now available for the Love Classic February 14th to 16th. That is next weekend. Go to LOVBclassic.com for more details. Kansas City, Missouri. Love Volleyball is coming to see you. For now, we're going to finish up in Salt Lake. 1st and 2 today. Kevin Barnett alongside Notre Dame head coach Salima Rockwell. Watching Atlanta get off to a dream start 4-0. Again, working on Franklin, and she will work through the block for the first points.
Well, it's important that she was able to handle that ball, because even in those first 4 points, it was an ace for Atlanta and then 3 transition kills. That's what they do well. They get you out of system, so they have to handle that ball first ball side out.
Taylor Sambothy, top server, among the tops in the league for a while with aces, as that ball is blasted by Gia Day. Mentioned Gia Day came in, she had 17 points, hit 259, 13 kills, but perhaps more importantly, added 4 aces and then a whole host of other small plays. Hainline putting pressure on, and that'll be a point again.
We talked about at the top, there are 3 leaders on the Atlanta team in the top 6 for aces, and Hainline is one of them, and just picks up her next ace.
Hainline misses a second time. So Carlina to the line with her team down 6-2. Born Carlina originally out of Aurora, Illinois. Yes, that is where Wayne's World was filmed, in the basement. If you're of a certain age. Good pass by Day. She has been the target and responded. Jimerson with a quick retouch. Inside Day with another dig of that shark from Franklin. Overhead. And there is Annie Schumacher with the crush. She's going to play front row only.
Annie Drew Schumacher, who has been working her way back, working her arm back in a rhythm as she's had some soreness and really hasn't been full. They're trying to get her involved and see how much she can handle today.
Yeah, they need her to have a good match up front. You'll see across the back row, Timmy Thomas Ilara, as that ball is turned by Tessa Grubbs and turned a little bit too much. Just like that, Madison right back in the first set.
When you talk about Drew Schumacher, she had 1 kill last time they met one another, only 1 attempt as well. So it was Temi that was playing in her place. So is she going to be the difference? We talked about in the Adidas scouting report, Sarah Franklin, and who else is going to step up?
All right, challenge called by Paulo Coco with 2 challenges per team per set. You can see how fast the Hawkeye replay system is working. Immediately reversed as that ball catches the line quite plainly. So point back to Atlanta. What was 6-2, 6-4, sorry, feeling pretty good, is now 7-3. Brianna Spain and Landry Hampshire, our officials, getting it quick and right. As we are on the home floor for Love Salt Lake City, Tessa Grubbs stepping back to side out after her serve. She really hasn't gotten that going yet, that hybrid.
No, she hasn't. I know that's something that's very effective for her when she does get it going.
She's been effective swinging at the ball. That one is long, and that'll keep Franklin at the line. Will we see another challenge here?
We're looking for a touch. Weren't quite sure. A few of them called it, but I think they're going to hold off on the challenge.
So Franklin to serve again. Now her team down by 2. Again, working on Day. Overhand, rare reception. Blasted through, beautiful dig. Looking for hands, getting them. So much focus on transition. Seaman Wong with the dig, and her team with the score.
I know Madison talked about they want to take some risks from the service line. That's a big part of what you're going to see here. Might see more misses than normal for Madison, but they understand that they have to get Atlanta off the net and out of system.
Romeo Michigan's jump serving Gia Day. Nice hand shake from Carlini. Delivery outside, roll shot looking for the edge is Cook and does not find it. 8-7, set 1.
Yes, Ted, got your block.
Hannah Hall to serve. Again, finding Day. Grubbs back row. She'll get the cable and the kill.
Well, Grubbs, they've been using her, we talked about this yesterday, out of the opposite position, but running the big attack down the middle of the court. Frees her up, doesn't have to pass. She can come right down the middle.
One of the most unique arm swings you'll see in the world. Very high hand position and a bionic shoulder. Nice little leave on the bump set, but all over at his hang line.
And like doing a really nice job of just getting completely around the ball. Ball that's off the net, bump set, and you can see how it's drifting towards the net a little bit, so they just completely surround it with no room to go.
Jimerson with the dig. High and off, Cook takes a look. Teammate on teammate there. Couple of Olympians and multiple-time gold medalists.
Love that transition play. I mean, she had to get back quick, and that's what Andrew Schumacher does well. Her step close is so good. She gets her feet to the ball quickly, anticipating that ball, even though she's doesn't have a full approach.
Cook sees service, and that's why you don't give it to her. In system, Atlanta side out.
And Atlanta wanted to focus the very, very good passing team, but really continue to work on their first ball side out game.
Temi Thomas-Ilara back in the right back for Madison. Successful trip through the front row for Andrew Schumacher. Another block, back to back. Grubbs and Hainline. That's some tall hands.
It's a big block. They're both very long. Look how long and over those hands are. It is hard to find some space. They're going to have to work high hands, tool, chip the ball until she can find some space in the block.
I think Grubbs is going to pick up the point for that one. Tight tip. Got it. And this is something Matt Furbringer told us today. He said, listen, we need a tip into the donut. What does he mean by that?
The donut is kind of that middle area of the court. If you imagine just a little circle that looks like a donut, that's where it's very difficult. You have the right front or left back trying to play that ball, and it's very difficult.
Looks like Grubbs was on that one, could have scooped it, went for the pancake, and it got stuck to the pan. Woo, sharp angle, Franklin. Frank the Tank.
That is her swing, hard inside the block. If you're a middle blocker, you're gonna have to drop that left hand. Watch her go sharp and inside the middle blocker's hand.
I'm gonna pass some balls, I'm gonna hit sharp angle, got a nice little Saturday planned. Thomas-Ilara on the back row, winner.
We were just talking to her about that earlier today. What are your biggest challenges playing on the right side? She said, actually, the out-of-system ball, back row attack is the hardest ball for me to track. We've been working on it a lot, and it goes to show they certainly have.
Also been working on her MCATs, studying up for that. Thinking about a medical future. Well, if you handle the ball, you can really start to run that offense. Atlanta does not give many points back.
They don't because they do everything well. I mean, that's the thing. They put service pressure on, they pass well, they can stress the block in every situation. They're one of the most well-rounded teams in the league.
The last couple matches against Salt Lake as Temi Thomas-Ilara comes out of the back row there. Atlanta has won 6 of 7 sets in 2 matches against Love Salt Lake. Hey, how much do you love this start if you're Matt Furbringer out of the opposite position?
This is great, and I love what he's doing here, giving Andrew Schumacher a chance to get in there, find her rhythm in the front row, and then Temi Thomas-Ilara out of the back row. It's great because he's using them both offensively.
Madison scrambles, keeps it alive, and then gets Grubbs.
Let's not forget, Sarah Franklin is a big blocker as well. She not only can attack the ball at a high level, she's a physical blocker, makes some really strong moves.
Matt Furbringer really wanted to know, listen, if a team gets on us, how will we respond? Well, down 6-1, they're all the way back to tied. The answer is with some backbone and some grit.
Well, and it's really nice to see. And the last time they played each other, it went 5. So let's not forget this wasn't a blowout. You know, this is an evenly match. When they're healthy, playing well, and confident, this is going to be, I think, a match where we're going to see the score back and forth over the course of the match.
Right back to Franklin. She'll tip this time. Not into the donut. It's picked up, thrown through. Day, full head of steam, but it's into the middle to Jimerson, and another kill. Full offensive control and options for Rachel Fairbanks.
On every touch, Fairbanks isn't running around. She's on the net, right? That's a perfect example right there. Free ball, down ball, everything's right on the money.
Tough short serve, Frank out. Temi Thomas-Ailara with the hands shot.
3 for 3 right now. What a run through the back row. I love this offense, this substitution. It's working so far.
So Carlini back to the back row. Andrews Schumacher back to the front row. And that's serving the net. If you're wondering about Love Atlanta and their record with the Love Classic coming up next week, of course, teams playing for seeding in that. Top 2 seeds do get a bye. Atlanta, via that victory last night, has secured a bye.
And the bye is everything. You know, we talk to these players about what's the hardest part. It's the back-to-back matches. It's how hard it is on their body. And next weekend, having that bye is a huge advantage for whoever gets that, so they can be more rested for the matches.
Yeah, it's 3 days back-to-back-to-back matches. That donut is picked up by Cook. Day trying to go high hands. Good defense from Madison. Frank sharper into the angle. That's working for her.
Sharp, and sharper. So you either move the block in a little bit, take some chances, which I think they did. Katina doesn't go too far, but I'd go a step more, get right hand on the ball in that situation to try and take away that angle.
Really like Sarah Franklin's momentum into the ball right now. Her relationship to that attack is perfect. As Drews gets aggressive, Drews Schumacher, and misses it into the tape. So those #1 seeds are at stake. Omaha's going to be playing for the #2 seed. So if you are a 1 or 2, you only have a maximum of 2 volleyball matches to play at the Love Classic instead of 3. Atlanta looking forward to that rest as they played back-to-back last weekend, and they've played back-to-back this weekend. Ace service, Gia Day. I'm going to get a button and just press that every time anymore. I don't want to say it, but we need to hear it, and it's going to be a bunch.
Well, and don't forget, she can hit this ball down the line, and then she's not afraid to move it. Watch her hand. She might go straight ahead again at Chasse. She might cut it to Franklin.
Back-to-back winners for Gia Day. Trying to put herself on the floor full time. What options for Paulo Coco here? Mackenzie Adams has been tearing up the league. She's a little bit under the weather. Gia Day gets the start, and Carpe Diem.
Take a look at her hand, how she finishes. She knows exactly where she's going with this ball.
What was that? Why do you curse people? What are you doing over here?
And I'm not laughing. I'm really not laughing at you, Gina.
Hate that right off the forearm.
Yeah.
No hand involved that time for Gia Day. It happens. 1916. Damage done, certainly. Madison, opportunity. Just inside the block, Taylor Sambothy. Taylor Sambothy has been a volleyball mercenary for quite some time, playing all across the world, 6 countries in the past 8 years, coming off a Portuguese title.
And one of the most competitive people you will see on the court. She's got tons of energy, tons of fire. She loves getting set. She loves blocking the ball. We'll just keep an eye on her. She gives her team so much momentum.
Sambothy matched up across from Tia Jimerson, who now rotates to the back row, player who might get a shot on the national team here. Double sub still in here for Atlanta. Jimerson with the dig. And that ball will be too far out of bounds. Paulo Coco is going to lose his mind. Temperature raised. Daniel Coutinho and Maddie Bug in that double sub configuration for Atlanta.
Definitely nice to see Annie Drews feeling comfortable, feeling good with her arm.
Pannoy, perfect pass, the block, out of bounds. Kayla Hanline. Hanline is off to another detailed start.
And again, Atlanta passing so well, handling the ball, allowing Atlanta to run the middle attack. And of course, we know when they can establish that middle and they can open things up for the pins, create more seam attacks on both sides of the court.
Hanline is 5 by 5 here. 5 attempts, 5 kills. And they are at full strength in the front row at 21-18. Atlanta leading. Back row through the block and down. Well, you said Sarah Franklin plus who? Well, it's just Sarah Franklin in all bold caps here.
She'll do it. She'll do it herself. But that's nice in that last rotation. You have Franklin on the back row. You have Temi Arlars on the back row. Lots of options.
Long set. Difficult connection, and it's missed. A timeout called by Atlanta as Madison has shown real grit here in the first set. It's 21-20. Anyone's first set yet to have. It was Gia Day last night breaking out in the first set for 6 kills. Tonight, a different name, Kayla Hanline, 5 for 5.
And again, we go back to the passing of Atlanta. This is what allows them to run the offense. Kayla Hanline, super effective and quick. You see, not even a full approach. She just step closes straight up in the air, and she can move that ball around the block. I'd keep feeding her as long as they're passing well. She's the one where you're getting the production right now. Going to continue to do that at the net and from the service line.
Yeah, comes in hitting that 328, pretty good number. And also does a lot of little stuff. She'll pass off the net. She's really making a full volleyball player of herself.
Well, and she's proud of that. And she said that's what we've been working on in our team here at Atlanta. Everyone's good at doing all the skills, and she's taking a lot of pride in that.
Important side-out moment for Atlanta. Chaussee at the line. Another delivery into the middle and a little chin music. We had Vinny Pacheco last night for Fairbanks.
Oh, that's right.
That right back is a dangerous place to be.
It is. Well, and that's just a little bit of a push, trying to push that past the middle blocker.
A service, Cook. So the service game we thought was going to show up definitely has. Kelsey Cook with her second, team's 5th. And Chaussee will now go out for a little passing support. Jennifer Janiska steps in, 6 foot outside hitter out of Germany. This is a move Matt Verberger said he would make. They go short to her right away. Pannoy to the middle back. Yes! Atlanta again responding. They're at a set point.
Well, and again, just look at all of their skills. They do all of their skills so well, handling that second ball, digging a ball high enough, and controlling that back row attack to be in system, not an out of system scramble.
Paolo Coco called the timeout at 21-20. Atlanta giving up a couple of points over the previous few plays to Madison. Now it's 24-20, just a solid 3-0 run for his side.
Yeah, and I just, the team really loves how he leads and the little things that he tells them. They're learning so much, and you think you learn a lot over years and years and years of volleyball, but then you have an elite level coach like this that's coming and giving you more information. That's what they love the most about him.
Saw that all those gold medals in the Brazilian Superliga as a coach. That is one of the premier leagues on the planet. And he has brought a lot of knowledge, camaraderie, thoughtfulness, and attention to his team. They seem to be in perfect sync as a group.
They really are. And with every single phase of the game, you're just not seeing that clean of volleyball in any other team right now in the league.
Set point number 1. Thomas Ilara tips into that donut. Picked up. Second time no good. Swing for it. Left for Day. And put away.
What a smart swing by Day. Once again, going high hands, high and flat for the point.
Very similar to last night when Atlanta won by the same score, 25-20 over Salt Lake City. Ruthless efficiency has Atlanta leading 1-0 over Madison. First set action, Atlanta 25-20 over Madison, and they continue to dominate from the service line. Had 41 aces as a team coming in, by far and away leading the league. That number now is 46.
Well, and it's so unique. It's rare that you have so many servers that are this good at getting a team off the net or creating ace opportunities. And every single person on the team can create that. Obviously, Gia Day coming through with a couple of aces herself on the jump serve. But Heinlein, you've got Cook. Everyone can do it, and that's a very, very special quality that the Atlanta team has.
So these teams have played the equal number of sets, the equal number of matches. Madison has 16 aces on the year. They have been aced 27 times. So it is a minus 11 number.
Yes.
In the ace and game. Atlanta, 41 aces. Remember, in the same number of sets. They have only given away 18. They are plus 23. They not only are putting pressure on, they are giving away nothing.
It's crazy. It's crazy how well service have to do that. Sarah Franklin, no touch, a little bit of high contact there. Franklin had a good first set, 4 kills, hit 570. It starts with an error here in the second. She was going high and flat, looking for those deep hands.
That's something they've been working on, how to hit that high flat. It's basically an increase in range with a totally different shot. Hall, nice coverage from the middle with the pass, and the side out, a unique middle.
She's unique because she's fast, she's quick, she gets off the ground so high. You see that ball was even a little bit under set. She's way above it. You can see her talking about it just now, but very, very fast middle.
She of the rec specs, Anna Hall.
You want to talk fast?
I think we mentioned it last night. Tia Jimerson is doing her best Chiaka Obagu impersonation here.
looks incredible. Off the ground so fast.
And by here, I mean in league play, not just last night. Grubbs trying to get going from the line. Leans into it. Sharp, dug up, and put away. How about that? Piyanut Pannoy, collect the K.
Pannoy getting into that angle. You have to get off of it fast. If you're Day, you're going to have to get into that angle quick. And if you don't, you're going to need some backup. And she got it.
That keeps Grubbs the line. Watch out. Annie Drews back there like a carnival duck.
Almost got hit on the drive.
I like how she just ran it out. Just keep it going.
Just keep the stride going. Nothing to see here.
Finish it out like the old Chinese national team, women's side.
Oh, yeah.
Orange Blossom celebration. Bad pass, and there's an ace. So Franklin, who was scoring from the line with her side in transition before, does it all herself this time.
We're in a rare ace on the side of Atlanta, but they're going to continue to go after Day here.
Almost got her a second time. Instead, it's Jimerson. Hard angle.
Rachel Fairbanks with just such nice command over the ball. Recognizes her outside hitters down. Really good connection with Jimerson.
Here's the other thing I like about Jimerson. You and I saw it last night. There's a little edge in there.
Oh, she definitely has a little edge. I love a little edge.
Day misses. Seems like the door's open right now.
It is. There's always that time. We talked about these windows. I was talking to Lauren Colini about it. She's like, we have these feelings. I wish you could quantify it. These moments that we just need to seize. And this window of time could be it for them.
Left in the middle, and that ball is wide. Perhaps it just took a little while for Madison to settle down and get the bubbles out, as they were shaken, not stirred yesterday during their flight in here.
That's true. It was a rough plane route. I talked to Lauren Carlini, and she was like, it was scary. Like it was a very nervous flight getting in to Salt Lake.
We were hearing 45 minutes of turbulence, and turbulence so bad, several people on the plane really unhappy and frightened.
Wow, that's a scary time.
Yeah, and certainly given what's gone on recently here in the United States, or any time, I think there isn't one of us who hasn't traveled internationally, nationally, in other countries, that hasn't thought about the fact we spend a lot of time on aircraft. And occasionally there are those horrible stories, Russian hockey teams, the Marshall football team. As that ball is killed on the outside. Everyone got here safe, and now this second set is becoming a safe space for Matt Furbringer and his side. Stanford All-American and Hall of Fame member. Played on the men's national team before embarking on an outstanding beach volleyball career. He's been dedicated to coaching at every level, juniors, collegiately, and internationally. There's a high flat shot. That's how you do it.
Such a veteran swing. I mean, she can see it as the block develops. She knows exactly where she's going with that ball, hitting high and flat, just a little bit too deep. Franklin, I think Furbringer's telling her right now, stay deep. When that block is well formed, you know she's going high hands, get a little deeper and you can play that with your hands.
Pannoy, another nice dig, a little too far though this time. Good spot, better result for Claire Chausset. Chausset, another one of those Wisconsin talents, now back playing at home after an outstanding career at Louisville. Of course, the Love Finals will be in Louisville as Jennifer Yaniska checks back in. April 10th to the 13th at the KFC Yum Center. Grubbs sneaks it inside. So if you look at the first ball side out metrics for Atlanta, take out the service errors that they get, and they're siding out at almost 60% first ball side out. And that is 2.5%, almost 3% above the league average.
That's very, very high. First ball side out, 60% is extremely high. That means the first time opportunity they have, they get a kill inside out. Otherwise, if they win the point inside out, that's the other side out percentage. So that's extremely high.
The only other team performing better in that first ball attempt is Omaha, who we're going to see tonight. They are 4 percentage points above the league average. But what that does is it doesn't have you giving up many points. We're now saying back-to-back-to-back first ball side outs, first swing side outs for Atlanta.
And it starts with the pass, and that's why Omaha's so good. One of the best passing teams in the league when you talk about their first ball side out percentage as well.
And the other thing it does too, not only does it keep runs from happening, it also demoralizes your opponent. It leaves them searching for something to try and stop you.
Without question.
You feel like a train on the tracks. Gia Day, there we go. Out of the station and into open country, running fast.
It starts with that Kelsey Cook dig out of the middle back. High, perfect, and a lovely delivery from Fairbanks.
9-9 second set. Just out the back line. We'll see. Challenge or otherwise here. The referees also can call a challenge. Ball confirmed long. Madison point. Drews. Feeling good. Into the front row right now. Good help on the block. She'll get it in return. Cook, always in the right spot. But a miss.
You talk about Cook just gobbling things up in the middle back. She reads well, she knows the players, she understands where she needs to be defensively, keep the ball alive.
Cook stretches out, gets it. Trying to go high hands again is Frank. She'll get that dialed in her career for sure, but it's not dialed at the moment.
Well, especially without an approach, I mean, that's going to be important when she just takes a little step close. Can you hit it super flat off the hands or just groove the ball to the corner? And that takes a long time to learn.
All right, Grubbs out. Along with Fairbanks, so Bug and Catino check back in, the 6-2. They will let it ride and they will run it. It just depends on how Coco and the players are feeling it. Big block, Jimerson. Solo stuff by the leading blocker for Love Atlanta, number 14.
Well, that's what you call a full commit block. She waited on it, didn't look at anything else, just jumped as soon as the middle jumped.
Inside, dug up again by Day. She's been in a good spot. Again and again, and that one's inside the block and down. Atlanta trailing by 2 moments ago. They are +1, and we've hit the technical timeout. Second set is anyone's game.
It's really important for me to just kind of like give these younger girls someone to look at and be like, this is possible for me, because I know a lot of us didn't have that. We all kind of can see ourselves in these girls, and we're really passionate about the fact that like the next generation is what's going to continue and what's going to build this club into something that they've never really seen before.
Now in her 9th professional season, Taylor Sambothy in the Hall of Fame at Ohio State.
Well, and it's so important. We always talk about giving back, and everyone wants to do it. And in what ways can you do it? It's by playing, by now with Love in the league, and giving back to the young girls that are looking up to them. It's such a unique opportunity and a unique format, and you know how this ecosystem works at Love. Pretty cool to see all of these players giving back.
And that's stretching all the way into the club level now, too, all the way down to those junior players. You look at Atlanta, they practice at A5, a big club there in the Atlanta area. And there is good access as Catino crushes that thing straight down lines. Good access to what the achievement level can look like for the young girl thinking about being a professional.
That's everything, seeing it in front of you, and then it's real, it's attainable, it's possible.
Drews throws that one, Drew Schumacher, but it's popped back over her for the standing kill for Kelsey Cook. Put it on the highlight reel.
Oh no, no way did that happen. Ball came right at her and she just punched it. She punched it over for a kill. We'll watch that ball rattle and hum through the block. Nice easy punch.
One of the more unique kills you're gonna see.
You know, just look at something like that, and we always talk about the joy of this league and how these players playing in the United States and playing with their friends and playing with people they've played against. I don't know, it's so cool to see moments like that where it's not just like, okay, I got that point, let's go back to serve. How much fun are they having in that moment? It's like, you know, being kids again.
In a 5-0 scoring run, everything's fun. Then you get a play like that. Boy, saved just barely there, and then it's blocked back. That's going to be good. I think I would issue a challenge here that there was a touch.
I don't know.
I thought it hit a hand as it came up to the cable.
I don't know if Berberg is thinking about it or not.
That would be worth a challenge.
Having some conversation, but see if we can take a look at that.
No. The Barney off again. Down the line, winner. Giade.
Too much. I mean, the transition, but it started with the block touch. You saw the block, control the ball, and then the defensive touch again, right to the setter, creating the offense.
This contact by Thomas Ilara, and things are quickly now out of hand. Remember, this was 12-11 at the technical timeout. Atlanta had just gotten that 1-point advantage, and now an 8-0 run.
Momentum is a funny thing, you know, it's, you feel it, and then things just start to happen.
So 8-0 has a second timeout called by Madison. They burned them all, and Giade is burning up the net space.
Well, she's doing it again. I mean, she's doing it from the service line, or she can control the ball. But man, at the net, she's such excellent vision. Really, she's provided so much for the Atlanta team. She's consistently scoring, getting it done.
I was impressed with her play yesterday. But at the net, the kills, those kind of numbers, I was more impressed with the overall play, the little stuff.
The little things, coverage plays. She's always ready off ball. That's one thing you always try to tell your players. You have to be good away from the ball. That's what she's really good at.
Franklin slow. She'll get it right back. That is tight. Difficult play. Pannoy under it. Day full head of steam will get a reset. Where do you go? Catino. Works her way around it for the kill. 18-11.
A high, tough, out-of-system set going to the right side. And Catino works her feet there, knows she wants to turn it back towards the line, and gets the rattle.
Love Atlanta asserting their will and causing some changes on the other side now. A bit of a setter change. Danica Markovic checks in her 19th season, the veteran presence for Madison. And right away, a bad pass. Save might have been in. Day saves it. There's the high hands.
Sometimes it takes a little time to get it going, but it starts with that touch, right? They have to be able to control the ball in transition. There's the save. they kept the ball alive, but if you can control this touch right here, that's everything. That's why they were able to get the transition swing.
Casino getting aggressive on it, and that will find an outstretched hand from Seaman. 19-12.
A couple of those small plays getting away from Madison. That little ball over the net, they end up overpassing. That one you have to take care of.
Perfect pass this time. Thomas Ilara pancaked up. Madison says no, and the challenge will be issued. So the challenge system here, in addition to the Hawkeye replay review system being used, you must challenge the action within 8 seconds here and risk it. Ooh, that's close. It looked to me the way the ball came up. It's a half and half.
Yeah. It came off kind of weird. It took a jog back towards the back of the court.
Point Madison, successful challenge from Matt Furbringer and staff. Cook inside the block, and Matt Furbringer gets a little heater his way. I don't think Cook liked that challenge very much.
No, I don't think so. But I like that set left her a lot of room to go. She didn't have to hit high and flat. Really nice approach, feet to the ball, and she saw that angle available.
Jimerson, a little short arm. Those off blockers are picking up plays. A little tight to the net that time by Cook.
Nice play by Sambothi, ready for that overpass. You've got to be, you always have to be prepared. A good distance from the net, ready to block or ready to hit an overpass.
Miss there as Matt Furbringer continues to cycle his opposites, leaving them sometimes, pulling them sometimes.
And in that position, we've seen Andy Drew Schumacher serve and then go out and then come back around.
Free ball opportunity. Cook with the kill. Iga Wasaleska, who's only had one appearance, did a nice job there backing off the net. And as we talked about the small plays, the middle blockers making those passes, playing that position. Wasaleska and her squad now +8. Sambothi, long distance connection. A little closer to home there, a local call to Giade.
Oh man, they are just rolling right now. Again, controlling the ball, and that's what Madison has to do, especially in transition. See if they can get the ball a little more up and down, control it so the setters can get underneath it. That's what's missing right now on the side of Madison.
From the technical timeout, you're looking at 11-3 in favor of Atlanta. Checks back in. 3 times a Bundesliga champion. That's the top league in Germany. Mackenzie Adams is in on the other side. Both teams getting in some action for their players. And Coutinho in on it there. She's playing her best volleyball in the last 2-3 weeks.
It is so fun to watch how she's developed, how she's gotten more confident, and just really gelling with the team. That's usually it. We know she's an excellent player, but finding that connection with the setters, the rhythm, so good. And now seeing her attack out of the back row like that, I mean, that's fun.
Set point Atlanta. And an overcall will end it. From the technical timeout, Atlanta 100% in control of set 2 against Madison. We'll see what they do with their lineups on both sides as they cycle towards a 3rd set, but a 10-point winner in the 2nd set. Love Atlanta getting the brooms out, hoping for a sweep. A dominant second set performance by Atlanta has them leading 2-0 in this best of 3 here in Salt Lake City. Many of you got an introduction to Tessa Grubbs last night, a 25-point performance. And Selena Rockwell, she's not from a volleyball family.
No.
The whole family moved to Belgium when Tessa was in 1st grade. She then picked up Irish dancing. She began competing when she returned to the States after 4th grade. And in addition to dancing, she's show skiing. The pyramid kind, far left there. Tessa Grubbs top in the green stripe. All of this before finding volleyball. There you go, Tessa Grubbs, 3-sport athlete.
It's incredible. Like, you never see all of these things in a volleyball player. It's incredible. You know, usually they play at a young age. They start volleyball when they're really young. That's all they do. My goodness gracious. She's done it all and nothing you've ever seen, really.
Competitive Irish dance. She said, yeah, it's wigs and all.
That's incredible.
But pretty unique youth for her, growing up in Belgium a little bit and then coming back to the States and finding herself being a professional player. She said her dad, who's a nuclear engineer, no joke, came over and got to visit her when she was playing in Switzerland. He would have some Southern France work, come over and spend a few days. It's really a nice way to connect. Her family, her dad, nuclear engineer and in bands. Mom played a little bit of softball. She said they had no idea what they signed up for when I got into club volleyball. Sorry about that, parents. And not sorry about being good. There's Gia Day, another high heater down the line. And Atlanta 1-0. What do you do if you're Madison?
Oh my. Again, have to take some chances from the service line. You know, maybe hitting the ball at Fairbanks to keep them off the net a little bit more, out of system, just funneling balls down the line a little bit more. Because when they're in system, when they're controlling the ball, I mean, it's really, really hard to defend. So, got to take some chances from the service line here. Pick up the heat.
Franklin with the kill. That'll be her 6th. Day tips, and that one will find the floor. If you go all the way back to the first set, Madison, Franklin hit 570, had 4 kills, so she's been really quiet through that second.
Very quiet, and they can get her the ball more, but I think they try to move it around, and when they're out of system, that's a little bit more trouble. So handling the ball is going to be important.
So Yaneska gets the start there at outside hitter in the back row. She's in there for passing support. And another change, Melita Medved in at Libero. She's currently in the right back, number 4 in the white jersey. Waiting for the service of Kayla Hainline. Going right out to Libero. And she will provide a perfect pass for the kill from Carlini. This Madison team is a group that lost Dally Santana a couple of days ago, out for the season with a knee injury sustained on ice.
That's so unfortunate, and that's a huge loss for them. That is an excellent player that can always come in and pass the ball and get some kills when they need it as well.
Yeah, an Olympian and a veteran presence. She will be missed. There, Tia Jimerson with a kill out of the middle. Atlanta starting to pick and place everyone in the offense.
I mean, right now, Racer Fairbanks has every single option, and she's using them.
Maybe a study here. Gia Day, a number of overhand receptions, an underutilized skill.
We talked about that earlier, even just watching some practices, why more players aren't stepping up and taking that ball overhand. It really helps. You can chuck that ball right to the setter.
Grubbs still, for all the good play she's had this weekend, not getting that service going. Jimerson, another connection, backslide. Medved got there, but did not get enough of a touch. Excellent effort from number 4.
Medved in the libero position. We'll see if she can make a change, make a difference here, steadying out the passing a little bit more, taking some seams.
Serbian Super League 23-24 best libero and receiver. Another capable international talent. Yaneska blocked. Carlini with the cover. Medved bump set. That one was good. Ilara cross court dug by Grubbs. Atlanta making you work. Yaneska finally cleaning it up there. Good to see her getting a little bit of a full run. Number 6 hasn't seen a ton of time in the 6 rotations.
Well, they made it happen in transition, controlling the ball perfectly. That's what they need. Stress on the block, finding some space.
Long calls off Fairbanks. Sambothy with the defense. Yaniska, another kill.
Second time ball comes over the net. They're controlling it well. Look at that. Carlini's right in place. Blocks just a little bit late.
A lot of Jimerson from Fairbanks.
So good. Again, the connection. She's up. She's available. They know exactly where each other are going to be.
Sixth kill.
Same spot. Just a short runway there, but able to chop that ball back to the right back.
Just under 500. No errors. Has not been blocked. Jimerson as she serves. And plays some defense. Got the platform on it. Yaniska chops it to the logo.
How about Yaniska giving them some fire right now? 3 kills in a row, and that's what they need. Madison needs somebody to kill the ball, and that's what she's providing for them right now.
Yeah, that was your big question coming in. If you were with us at the start, it was, okay, we know that you have Franklin on the outside. She's going to get hers. Who else will it be? Thomas Ilara 4 for 11, hitting 180. Haven't seen Annie Drew Schumacher in quite some time.
No, it's been a bit. She actually, I think, has a little jacket on. I'm not sure if we'll see her again, but we will see.
Yeah, teams trade service errors there. Perhaps Jennifer Yaniska is the answer tonight. You mentioned her 3 kills. That's on just 5 swings as she rotates to the back row. 7 up. Hey, good scoop. That's going to be over now. That one's not going to be good, I don't think. Yeah, Paulo's going to be hot. Net violation is going to make it not matter. And someone put an ice cube in the Coco.
Coco was on the court. He was underneath the outside hitter trying to make a call. They talked about the passion they love. They know that he's always on their side. He's got their back.
A little flat there from Bia and Beatriz Correa. Ace service. That'd be Kelsey Cook's 3rd ace.
Cook is so good at driving this ball flat to the net. You see that ball just sink. It doesn't drop off. It's just fast and hard and dives.
She has half her team's total and a whole bunch of digs as per usual. That chop, I think, found only Cable. No challenge. Next action has happened. Doesn't matter now. Just kill it with Sarah Franklin.
That was a good-looking rally on the side of Madison. Yaniska chasing that ball down the line. And Carlini floating that ball perfectly. Here's the transition play that they've been looking for all night.
A serve of their own issued there. Bia. An Olympian and silver medalist in Tokyo 2021. Of course, that loss coming to the United States. United States side winning their first ever gold medal in the Tokyo Olympics. That is a perfect delivery for Grubbs.
High, up and down, right to the pin. That's exactly where she needs it so she can hit her money shot down the line. Trying to get Grubbs going a little bit more efficient here in this match.
Yeah, they're leaving her in. They will stay out of the 6-2 for much of the set, generally speaking, and then almost as you're bringing in a reliever, little Mariano Rivera action perhaps. Danielle Coutinho and Maddie Bug teaming up in that role as Hainline misses. Madison in touch. This is where they lost touch in the second set. Perhaps not this time. We're right back at 11-11. This was the break point.
This was the break point, and these are the moments. They have to seize them, grab them, and keep moving forward. Keep pressure on.
Yeah, it was a 9-0 run right out of the 12-11 technical timeout. We're looking at a technical after this play. Grubbs cross court wide open. So for the second straight set, we'll head to a technical timeout with Atlanta carrying just a 1-point advantage. Remember, they would go on to a 13-4 run to finish the second. Can they replicate that here in the third and get off the court as quickly as possible? The #1 seed in the upcoming Love event next week in Kansas City is ahead again.
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yeah.
How many you got left? 2. Okay.
Up. Okay, that's it. You said 2 more. You can do it. Come on. Yes. So close. So close. Oh, nice. Whew. Thank you.
Well done. I barely touched that.
Nice to meet you, though.
League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by the Love Classic. February 14th to 16th. Tickets now available. Go to loveclassic.com for more details. That's LOVBclassic.com. That in-season League One tournament, winner take all in Kansas City. Coming up, everyone's guaranteed 2 matches. All 6 teams of stars will be there. Municipal Arena. Full coverage on ESPN. If you can't be there in person, you can enjoy an extended weekend with Love for you and your volleyball Valentine. What an effort by Medved. Will it pay off? Not yet. Thomas Ilara, perfect pass. She'll get it right back. Day with the scoop. Pannoy following. Rally of the match. Done.
So many of those small plays that made the difference. Taking balls off the hand and continuing the play. You saw it on both sides of the court. That's the offense and defense that both teams need. Certainly Madison to keep some momentum.
12-12. Medved the hero there. Substitution in at Libero for the set. Jimerson. It was touched, but it went right to the middle of the floor. Tough spot for the Madison defense. You know, Madison is second in the league in digs per set, but they're 6th in transition efficiency. It seems like they have the tough part figured out, getting the digs.
And it's hard. You have to find ways to kill the ball and getting around blocks, putting the ball on the floor.
Ball off the block, out of bounds. Might have been right into Jimerson's head on that one.
Yeah, just taking a little breath there. That was a big swing.
A little bit different journey for each of these teams at the beginning of season 1. Atlanta had a big 10-day break. They'd hardly played for a little while. Madison, on the other hand, had played a ton of matches early. And they were kind of struggling through some little ding injuries, also some illness, the flu going around this time of year. And now they're coming off a 10-day break.
And feeling good, feeling healthy, and got everybody in play. And they know that they can play well. They can play well against these teams. They put it all together.
Well, they're going to have to do it in this set as they trail 2 sets to none. Kevin Barnett alongside Notre Dame head coach Salima Rockwell. That high attack goes wide of Maddie Bugg, who's in again with the double sub. Danielle Catino in the front row in the opposite duties. Matt Ferbinger trying to give some confidence to his young, now converted opposite for this season, Temi Thomas-Ilara coming from the left. Yaneska dug by Jimerson perfectly and put it away. High hands, just put it on the training tape along with the hug at the end. That's how you do it. From point to I love you.
Love me, thank you. But Jimerson, man, she's getting it done not just at the net. She's dug several balls over and over again in that left back position after the serve. A lot of times the opponent will attack the middle blocker in that zone, but man, nothing's getting by her right now.
16-13. Timeout called by Madison. Now, your job as a coach, you have to be unhappy. Paulo Coco has to be really happy with the way his team has responded each time they've gotten a little push.
Yeah.
And this is over the last 2 weeks, really.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want to continue to raise the bar. I think that's what you're seeing with him. It looks like, oh, I'm not satisfied. Well, I think if you're ever satisfied, then you never get better, right? And that's what he wants out of them. We can still play better. We can still elevate our touches, our level of play, which is pretty cool to see.
Jimerson extended her own trip at the service line last time with an excellent dig. Looking for another. No. Wiped by Yaneska. Yaneska in her first real extended action has been a breath of fresh air. 4 kills on 8. Hitting 500. Catino rises up and ends up with a kill via miscommunication here. And is that a result of Libero substitution, the time together,
Quite
or is it just a bad play?
I mean, it can be just a bad play because, you know, they practice together, but sometimes you just know each other. When you're on the court together over and over and over again, you know who's going to take what. Could be a little bit of a product of both.
Catino and bug out, Fairbanks. And Grubbs back. Yaneska, perfect textbook pass. High for Grubbs. She'll feast on that.
Wow. What a transition, what a play. And it was that high snap with that unorthodox. There's the pancake. And look at this arm. Look how long and high that is over the top of the block.
Almost an identical play the other direction. This time it's a dig by Day. Right on top of the net. Deep push, Day standing in wait. Hainline with the kill. Atlanta just keeps on coming. Wave after wave after wave.
It's the touches. It's the touches off the block. It's the touches off the defensive efforts, like that keeps them in system. That's what makes them so good.
So they have again forced Madison into consecutive timeouts. Very similar story, not quite as dominant here in the third, but a 5-point lead, up 2-0. Coming off that technical of 12-11. All of a sudden it's 7-3. 7-3 run by LOVB Atlanta.
There's something about those moments that they embrace, right? Some teams you're either on your heels, all right, this is this moment, like what are we doing? And this is really a good lesson for everyone to watch, coaches and players alike, to see how teams respond in those moments when things are tight, when things are even. What are you going to do in those moments?
+5 Atlanta looking for more. Not this time. Thomas-Ilara out of the back row. If you're enjoying this, listen, the 2025 postseason is coming to one of the hotbeds in the volleyball community, Louisville, Kentucky. April 10th to the 13th at the KFC Yum Center. It's quarters, semis, finals. All the league stars trying to put their name in the record books, the first ever champions of League One volleyball. Grubbs saves that one. Pannoy. Perfectly placed, and then through the block and down from Gia Day out of the back row. Get your session pass now for the finals. Listen, you know you're going to tune in for the Love Classic. It might be too soon for you to make your plans for next weekend, right? To get yourself to Kansas City, do not miss the chance to show up and show out at the league finals. Too tight, redirect, easily done, 21-15.
Those are the little plays, right? The out of system, give your hitter a clean swing, but that's what they'll continue to get better at. I mean, there's still a lot of season left. They have time to clean up those plays, and if Madison can make that difference, that will be huge for them moving forward.
Fairbanks can't control that one from Thomas Ilara, who's having some late set success.
She's been really, really effective out of the back row, and I like that they continue to leave her in there for that added offense when there's only 2 attackers in the front row.
Overhead, Grubbs leans back, leans into it. Ilara stretches out, and yes, a whole bunch of heat right into the face of Kayla Hainline. It's hazardous being a middle blocker. Look at Temi Thomas Ilara there. Joseph and Abby, her parents, immigrated from Nigeria and didn't know anything about volleyball. But now, Temi's looking forward to her call with Abby post-match here. That she'll break it down for her, give her a little feedback. Here's what you need to do. She's looking good late in this set. Northwestern and Wisconsin have been the beneficiaries of this woman's talent in this game. Hainline okay. Will they give her the ball? No. Grubbs, turn, point, and everything everywhere in the broadcast booth.
Got it. We're good. We're good. Everything's all right.
I'll take a towel.
Oh, that's a problem.
Dangerous being a middle blocker. Not quite as dangerous being an announcer. Hainline to the line. 3 away from a sweep. That ball's tight. Good touch by Grubbs. Transition coming. Mackenzie Adams is in. High dig. Medved. Right back to Adams. Missed chopper down the line. All right, we'll get a little replay of the booth here.
Missed up.
Everything's fine until it's not. The show must go on. 22-18. Glad you're with us, Kevin Barnett, alongside Salima Rockwell. We're having a good time in this match 1 of 1. We have a second match coming your way. Omaha taking on the home side, Salt Lake City. Tip into the donut on the other side. And Atlanta's looking to close it out. Tessa Grubbs would love to get her serve going. She's been continuing to get after it here. Grubbs left inside. Doesn't really matter where it is. She's been in a pretty good offensive groove this entire weekend. And they are excited about Tessa Grubbs carrying that kind of momentum into the Love Classic. Now 12 kills on 24. Had a bunch of errors, but only early. She has been streaking, and her team is at a match point. Going for it was number 17. You gotta like that. 6 aces for that side on the match. That will be the final number as they look to side out for the win. Second match point opportunity. Jimerson. Did she get some hands? She did not. Still plenty of room. But Paulo Coco doesn't think there's enough. He's going to call a timeout at 24-20. You all cleaned up over there?
I think I'm okay now.
All right, very good.
It took me a minute, but we're back.
We wondered what Atlanta might do. Back-to-back matches last weekend. They came back and defeated Omaha in that battle for first place in the second match. Back-to-back matches this weekend. Looking now towards the Love Classic, they have that #1 seed already.
Yes.
But they've kind of played their starters the whole time still.
They have, and what's really impressive, they don't look tired at all. Like sometimes you can see it, even if they're winning and maybe they're more talented or whatever, they don't look like they're tired. They're not jumping lower. They're not, not going after balls. That's what's really impressive. They're in very good condition. To me, that's a huge advantage for this league moving forward.
Third match ball. Pancaked up for the moment. That's a hittable ball. Adams will get after it. And it's out. You gotta like the aggression, though. All right, fourth match ball coming your way. I guess you can look at who you played in a couple of different ways. One, you already qualified, you could play other people. Or you already qualified, you're only looking at 2 matches rather than 3. You can play your starters.
Right, you play your starters, you continue to find the rhythm just like they did right there.
Right there, 25-21. It was kind of a foregone conclusion, even though it took 4 match balls to close it out. Atlanta with the straight sets sweep. So it started out in the first set with 5 aces for the Atlanta side, and Paulo Coco. That is kind of their signature, the amount of service pressure they can generate. Kayla Hainline was 6 for 6 in that set. She would finish the match just 7 for 7. Not a lot more of opportunities, just 1 over the next 2 sets for Hainline. And Gia Day had 3 kills on 6, hit 500 in that first set. And Gia Day would continue her exceptional play. She finishes with 9 kills, hits 333, and has shown her entire game over this weekend. Here's a player that was playing in Athletes Unlimited in the fall, getting in shape to join League One, and really didn't get many opportunities. Talked to her quite a bit. She said, I'm just biding my time. I'm enjoying the journey here. It's kind of meeting my needs. I love the teammates and the people here. But now the opportunity to play in the last 2 matches, Gia Day has really taken a hold of that opportunity. She added 2 aces, and that is 6 total for the weekend for the outside hitter who spent her collegiate days at Baylor and originally out of Michigan, the Gatorade Player of the Year there. Continuing a nice professional run as we take a look at the standings now updated out of our first match. Our second of 3 on the weekend. Atlanta 6-1. They have won 6 in a row. What a ride for Paulo Coco and the women of the ATL. On the other side for Madison, it's been kind of a tough slog here. They've lost 5 straight, but they are healthy. They just happen to run into the buzzsaw here. That is the efficiency of Love Atlanta. Very difficult assignment. And now Taylor Sambothi, who you heard during our match, is one of those veteran players trying to impart some of her knowledge and wisdom gained over her nearly decade of professional volleyball to her team in the losing effort. But it's all joy for Atlanta. Salima Rockwell and Gia Day, player of the match.
Gia Day, congratulations, you're the player of the match.
Thank you so much.
Yes, well done. Okay, 9 kills, 11 digs, 2 aces. You're doing it all. Talk to us about your play and with your team.
Yeah, I mean, my team is the reason that I can be so relaxed out there. I mean, there's times when I'm down on myself and they just do the most incredible things and I just get inspired and comfortable, and they just help me to kind of get out of my own head, and they're just amazing. They're so fun to play with.
And how about your coach? How about your coach? I hear so much about how much you all are learning in this season and how much better you all are getting.
Yeah, I mean, Paulo's amazing. He really works us in practice, mentally. Like we are expected to be perfect in the things that we need to do. The simple things, we're expected to be perfect. And I think it's difficult, it's really challenging, but in places like this, it's great because we know we can do the little things, and that's going to make the hard things a lot easier.
Well, and it definitely pays off because you guys have now won 6 in a row. You earned your bye. Talk about how important that is for next weekend, getting some rest next weekend in that first match.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great opportunity to stay fresh and focused and, you know, watch the other teams play and see what we have coming. But yeah, I'm excited for these next 2 practices to really focus and come together as a team and work hard like we always do.
Well, congratulations on being player of the match and for the win, and good luck in the Love Classic next week.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Gia Day, 9 kills, 11 digs, 2 aces in our first match of 2. Salt Lake and Omaha about to face off with one another. Manami Kojima, the Olympian and best libero, against Jordan Larson, who herself holds 4 Olympic medals, including gold. Looking forward to that one, 9 Eastern. That is 7 p.m. local. So Grubbs with 13 kills for Atlanta. Temi Thomas-Ilar with 8. Franklin with 7 in the loss for Madison. It's a straight set sweep for Atlanta, 3-0 for Salima Rockwell and our entire crew, I'm Kevin Barnett. We will see you back at 7 o'clock for match number 2. For now, congratulations, ATL.